So hi everybody, I get the wonderful joy of being able to be a part of the new Brutus Monroe design team. He has got his hands in just about everything. Brutus Monroe is the company, and the owner's name is Christopher Allen Crop, known by Christopher Allen. And he just selected about, I think there's 5 of us right now, and this is our very first box. Now he goes into ink, stencils, stamps, mists, papers. He's kind of digital files, cutting files, SVG files. So he's got kind of his fingers in a little bit of everything. So I have no idea exactly what's in here. So let's find out. Ooh, yummy. All right, I'm going to dump all this out so we can look at it. Okay, so here we go. We got a whole variety of little fun things here that we're going to kind of get going on. So, like I said, he's got his fingers in a little bit of everything. There's a nice big variety of all kinds of fun things that we're going to get to play with. So let's start with the stamps. He's got some really cute stamps. Some of them are kind of what I would call in the cutesy line and just kind of cute and really fun. Then he's got some that are kind of more into, it says Hello Spring. Like these are Easter eggs. And then here's some over here that are kind of getting into this vintage and feathers and, you know, really pretty. And these got some cute ones that kind of go with planner stuff. So awesome things. Again, these are all in the Brutus Monroe line. So here's his little stickers that we've got. Here's his stamps that we have. We then have, ooh, look at this. So Brutus Monroe has teamed up with Canvas Core, and they are helping produce not only his mists, but his papers. So if you ever see any mists or papers, it's because that's, and they have the Canvas Core logo on them, he is printing under their authority. So here are some of, this is all of his feather line paper. So there's 2 designs of each, and take a look. Look how cool those are. Look at all these fun feathers. Very cool. See? Very, very pretty. I love this. And it's a good solid, it's white on one side and a print on the other. And it's just a fun variety of different feathers. That's pretty darn cool. I love them. I like the black one. I have an idea already for the feathers. So very, very pretty. Love the paper. Good quality cardstock. We also have a stencil. This is a really cool stencil, a little bit different than what I've used before. Oh, and here, this is a fun thing. So this is something that his stencil has done. It's a little different than the other ones. Oh, it opens from the top. So take a look at this fun little thing. And I'm going to play with this more and see how it works a little bit more. So let's say you want to stencil a whole page, but you have a problem with where it's lining up. Well, do you see how he's got kind of, I don't know if you can see this here. It's kind of, let me go against the black background. Right along here, it's got a little bit of an extra design on it. So if you wanted to make the stencil continuous, almost like it's a punch around the page kind of a thing, you can let the stencil dry it, and then you can line up where the old stencil was and then continue the process. So that's really kind of a neat effect. So you can go all different directions with that. I love that idea. So we'll be playing with that soon. We also have the chalk shimmer sprays. These are a little bit different than some of the other sprays that are out there. They're not exactly like all of the ones that Tattered Angels already has. So I'm gonna have to play with these and really see how they're different and how they compare. And the fun thing is that they blend perfectly with the inks. We have Rouge, Cornflower, Phone Book, and Oz. And I don't have any of those exact same colors, but there is colors that go together. So that's kind of fun. And so then we also have his inks. And I'm going to do something different where I'm going to, well, you know what? Let's have some fun with the spray right now. Might as well. So we're going to get into all this other stuff here in a minute. But for right now, let's check out the spray. I don't want to use any of the papers that he's given us because I don't want to use them up by just testing it. So I'm just grabbing some white cardstock, nothing fancy. So if you notice, they do look very similar in terms of the look of them. They just don't have the label of the Tattered Angels because they are made by Tattered Angels. It actually has a little label up at the front. So if you notice, there is some mica in here, and it's a chalk looking mica, and it's got a dark color. So let's check. These are really brilliant, bright colors. Let's see how this looks. Very pretty. So it's got a chalky effect to it. It's similar to the chalk sprays, but not identical. It's a very, looks like it's a very thick. Look at that. Look how bright and brilliant that is. So it's got a lot of dense color. That's the word I'm looking for. A lot of dense color in a very tiny little package. So it's not a translucent paint like the Glimmer Mist or the Plain Janes, but it's not a complete chalk. So it's a little different. It is a little bit different. It's kind of cool. And it does have a little bit of sparkle in it too. So very cool. I love the brightness and the really just brilliantness of all those paints. So let's check out these inks. Now, we had a phone conference the other day with Christopher Allen. And he was talking about all the differences. I'm gonna get a new paper. So he was talking about all the differences in his inks and how different they are. And really they're not like any other ink out there. He said they're really good because they're water blendable. So you can stamp. So let's see. You can stamp it. And look, you can pick up and you can just kind of dry it a little bit. But if I put this on a non-stick mat and added water to it, I bet I could watercolor with it. So that's pretty fun. So we're gonna have some fun later on learning how to use all these fun chalks. And I got some really pretty colors. I got Sidewalk, Suede, Jurassic, and Wagon. And then I also got Raven, which is a detailed ink. And I like the little inks. I like them a whole lot better than the big giant inks because they're nicer. So Raven is your typical black. Sidewalk, it's kind of a grayish color. We already did the Suede. Here is Jurassic, which is a really dark, like hunter green kind of color. And then here, this is Wagon. So really cool. And I like the look of I like these little guys. I'm a fan of the small inks versus the giant inks. They just work better. All right, so we got that. We also got some embossing ink. So this is ink specifically catered to use with his embossing powder. And I'll play with that a little bit later, see how different and similar it is. I'll probably do a comparison. But really pretty, and this one is gilded. So let's open it up and look. Really pretty. It's not a true solid gold. It's not a true copper. It's not a bronze. It's kind of like an aged gold, which is really pretty. So that can work with a lot of cool stuff. So I'm gonna play with that. I am guessing this is his stamp cleaner. I'm pretty sure and almost positive that this would be in the stamp cleaner file. So we're gonna play with this and show all the funness to do with that at another time. And then this is Liquid Elements. This is new, I've not seen this. So let's do a mist and see what it does. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it's a mist, but oh, look how fast it's drying there. It's really absorbing into the liquid. That's pretty cool. So this particular one is Sterling. And look how pretty and brilliant that is. It really has this shiny silver look to it. That's pretty fun. It's not this chalk-like consistency. Like these have kind of a chalky feel. This doesn't. This has a very shiny metallic feel to it. So that's kind of cool. All right, so let's keep on going on. So we got some large 12 by 12 papers, and here is two. Really pretty. Look how gorgeous that is. Look how pretty that is. Ooh. Vintage Textiles, Mikado and Chiffon. Just think how well you can kind of decorate these up. They're not the exact same pattern. These are two different patterns that are going on here, but they're really cool. Think about all the fun you can have by coloring that. Awesome stuff. And the last thing that we picked up, or that he sent to us, is this mixed media paper pad. 24 mixed media papers, compatible with all Brutus Monroe inks and sprays. And oh, all the papers are a little bit different. We're gonna have to play with that and see how they work. So there's differences in all the papers. So this one's got like little lines. It's kind of translucent. You can see the lines on there. And here's another one just like that. Oh, there's 4 of them like that. So here it is. 24 papers. It doesn't say how many, but they're all 6 by 6. This one is almost like a cotton feel. See how thin and kind of transparent that is? Ooh, I like that. We're gonna have to play and see how these work against all these products and do a little testing run with that. It's time to go back into the lab. All right, so this just, it feels like a regular old cardstock, but it's a nice white, bright white cardstock. That's really cool. This has got a little bit of a dimpled effect to it. I don't know if you can see it. It's got a little bit, you can kind of see right there. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a dimple effect to it. So it's got some texture to it. It probably will take watercolor really well, and it's really thick. And it's a really thick cardstock. I feel like there's two there, but there really isn't. It's just one because it's that thick. And then we go here and we have, this feels a little bit leathery. It's not exactly the same kind of cardstock as this. So this feels like a watercolor paper cardstock, that thickness. This feels like a really kind of a leathery feel, which means it's probably going to hold up to taking lots of sprays and misting and torture from my crafting space. And then this is kind of a medium weight cardstock, it feels like. So lots of potential, lots of cool stuff that these can get done, that we can use these for. Very cool. Love it. And so here you can kind of see what the variety is of the different types of cardstock that are here. It doesn't really say what they are, but it's all different kinds of mixed media papers, which is great. You don't just have to use different mediums, the different papers do stuff too. So thank you so much, Christopher, and from Brutus Monroe, to bringing me all these amazing things and all these fun papers and stamps. And I know there's cutting files online. So stencil, put on here so you can see it, the fun feather papers, all the cool stamps. Love the stamps, they're super cute. And then we have some mists and inks and embossing powders and stamp cleaner and this elements paper and all kinds of cool goodies. So thank you so much. We'll be coming back and I'll be posting once a week on different things. It could be a technique, it could be a project, it could be how does the embossing powder work, or how is this chalk different than other chalkings, or that kind of a thing. So we're going to play with all this and see where we get going, and thanks for stopping by, and please subscribe. Bye-bye.